Alright, yo, sorry for the abrupt ending there. But just continuing on from what I was saying, basically, yeah. Yeah. So my conclusion is that this game still looks terrible. Still is pretty bad as far as the gameplay. I'm not saying graphically it looks bad. Not saying, like, from what I'm seeing, the cutscenes look pretty cool. The music is good. Money, characters, on point. You know, so far it's nice as far as that. But yo, the gameplay, man, this shit right here, yo, if you're paying $60 for this, if you pre-ordered this already, I would recant, man, cause I really would, because what are you really paying for? I mean, seriously, what are you really paying for? You're paying for fucking Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy VII. I mean, is this really the best that they can do?
Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do?
It's like the gameplay is really bad. It's even worse than I thought it would have been. I'm just fucking baffled. But I mean, let's talk about the good things about it. Graphics look very nice. Yeah, I mean, the graphics look good. I don't know what I could say on that. The graphics look nice. You know what I mean? Those look really good. The voice acting is really good. I don't know. I guess presentation is on point so far, from what I can tell. I know anybody who's excited for this game as a remake is gonna really be more excited to see more of, and you know, to be able to play it. That's gonna be something that I think will really get someone excited. But for me, I played the original. I played Crisis Core. I played a lot of Final Fantasy games. I played 12. I played 10. Beat 10 twice. I have 8 on PC. Beat 8. Love 8. Played 9. Don't really like 9, but you know, played 6. I got a lot of Final Fantasy games. You know, I'm a fan of the series, right? So I have my experience with the series or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just laughing at this little monologue Barrett has. But I'm just like, you telling me they couldn't have made something more innovative? You know, Final Fantasy always has been innovative in some type of way. You know what I mean? But this right here just feels like the same. It feels like I'm playing the same Kingdom Hearts type shit over and over again. And it just, so far from what I'm playing, this shit doesn't have any depth. Barely. They limited classic mode to, that's another thing I forgot to say in the first part. They limited classic mode to being basically set to easy difficulty. Like, what is that? I don't know what the fuck classic mode is supposed to be. I don't know if it automatically turns into turn-based. But why is it on easy? I mean, the game already feels easy enough. But, you know, whatever the case may be, is the classic mode for this game. I have to try that. I'm gonna try that actually after I finish the demo. But for whatever the case may be, the classic mode is tied to easy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as you can see, Barrett is able to do ranged attacks. But like I said before, man, it doesn't feel that much different from using Cloud. It's like really strange to me. But I don't know, man. There's something about this battle system is really, really mediocre to me. I don't think I've played a Final Fantasy game that I played with the battle system and just did not like. Maybe Final Fantasy 13, but normally when it comes to Final Fantasy battle systems, I don't just outright can't stand them. But this shit, I can't stand. I feel like people who grew up with Final Fantasy 7. See, I didn't grow up with Final Fantasy 7. So, cause I played Final Fantasy 7 really late. I played that shit like in 2014 for the first time. Not really. I think like 2011 for the first time. So a little while ago. But I actually finished it in like 2014 or so. And you know what I'm saying? Even for somebody who didn't grow up with Final Fantasy 7, feels like there's something missing with this game. I really feel like there's something missing here. I really do. I feel like there's something missing in the gameplay. I feel like they did people who were waiting for this shit for like 20, 30, well not 30, like 20, 25 years. Because 1997 is how long ago? What, 22 years ago? Final Fantasy 7 came out. So 22 years ago. So people were waiting that long for Final Fantasy 7 remake. I think ever since they finished the game, people were waiting for the fucking remake. Even back then. You know what I mean? Well, not really, but people were waiting for it since like PlayStation 2, definitely. So I would say anywhere from 15 to 20 years, people have been waiting for Final Fantasy 7 remake, right? Definitely 10 to 15 years. People have been waiting for a remake to this game, and this game does more of a disservice to them than I think any other Final Fantasy game has in the last 10 to 15 years. Because we know mainline Final Fantasy has pretty much went down the shitter in the last 10 to 15 years, right? There hasn't really been a good traditional Final Fantasy game as far as mainline since like Final Fantasy 12. That was what, 10 years ago? Probably what, 13, 14 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just keep that in mind. But to me personally, it's just like they could have done so much better with this. I feel like they've done people who grew up with this game a disservice. They really did. I mean, they really did. They couldn't even have the consideration to be like, well, people who love the first game might want, a turn-based system, so let's just put turn-based in it. Okay? And I'm not necessarily down in the game because it's not turn-based. I'm down in the game because this has remake on the box. It doesn't just say Final Fantasy 7. It's not like Resident Evil 2 and 3 where, okay, they're just Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, where we know that they're reimaginings of those original classic games, yeah. But this it has remake on the box, as remake on the screen when you start the game up. So the fact that this is a remake of a classic RPG that everybody knows about and loves, and they show this as the remaking of what we played back then, or what we played, some of us even played recently, that that's like them remaking Half-Life 2 and turning Half-Life 2 into a third-person shooter. People would go crazy for this. You know what I'm saying? People would be like, "What? What? This is insane." You know? But for some reason, people accept this as the remake for Final Fantasy VII. I don't know why, but they like this apparently. Like, they like this brain dead hack and slash, no strategy having type of gameplay. I mean, just what? Ugh. I'm at a loss for words. Keep it real. I'm at a loss for words, man. But if you haven't seen the demo, here it is. I'm just getting tired talking about this game. I really am. I don't even have any energy for this shit. I really don't. But in any event, this is what you're getting on, I think, April 10th, 2020. This is what you're getting. And let's talk about the shit I was supposed to talk about last video. They're not even releasing the entirety of this remake. They're releasing this shit in parts. Let's talk about that. I know everyone and their mothers talk about this, but the fact that they're releasing not even the full remake of this game is a problem. It is a problem. This is a garbage remake. And I know this thing is gonna get 9s and all this stuff like that. But this is shit. I'm just saying like that. This is shit. Because how are they gonna sit up here and release a remake in parts? You're not even gonna get the full game, and people are championing this shit. Are you serious? Listen, when I buy Yakuza Kiwami, I'm gonna use Yakuza as an example. When I buy Yakuza Kiwami, I get Yakuza 1 and more all in one package. You know how much that cost me? $30. Yakuza Kiwami 2. You get Yakuza 2 remade and more. When I bought that, it was $50. And now you can get it on PC for $30. When I bought the Crash Insane Trilogy, I didn't get parts of Crash 1, parts of Crash 2, parts of Crash 2. No, I got Crash 1, 2, and 3 remade and more. Better graphics, better gameplay. Same with Spyro. They get parts of Spyro 1 and 2, 3. No, we got Spyro 1, 2, and 3. So, okay. I can name any friggin' remake that I bought, because there was a bunch of them this generation. Resident Evil 2. We didn't get Resident Evil 2 in parts. We got Resident Evil 2 completely. So, why are people accepting a broken up game? Okay? Like this. Why are people accepting this? It's disgusting, and it's gonna get worse next generation. Do you think you think this is bad? They're gonna do y'all dirty next gen. They're gonna do y'all dirty. And that's the end. It's unacceptable. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But that was the end of it. And if you want my initial thoughts, it sucks. Uh, don't buy this game. Go buy. Don't spend $60 on a half-assed remake. Go buy Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 remake looks more like a proper remake than this does. Go buy that instead of this. This looks like shit, and it plays like shit. Whoever don't like it, tough. Strategist, and I'm out.